Hi, welcome back to another video. So this is the third video in the series of building the 5-inch drone. If you've not seen the other videos, I will leave them linked above. You've got the build video, which is quite long, but it goes through the full build of this APEX EVO. The second video talks through all of the settings, getting it set up in Betaflight and connecting to our radio. And then obviously this is coming out to do our first flights. So I'm hoping all goes well today. First battery, I'm just going to take it easy just to see how it flies, make sure we've got no issues, no shorts, anything like that, but I think we'll be fine. And then we'll push it a little bit harder and let's see how it performs. Now, I do have an 03 version of this and it flies absolutely fantastic. This is a little bit different being 04 and the extended canopy, but I'm hoping it's going to perform well. I'm going to be flying today with the TX15 Max, which is my preferred radio, goggles free, and I'm going to have the stick cam on today as well. So let's get it powered up. I'm flying with a 1400 mAh iFlight battery, iFlight full send. And since the last video, I've put some straps on and I've also moved the buzzer as well. I thought the buzzer was a little bit in the way at the back, maybe in the way of the antenna, so I've moved it to the front, so it should be a little bit better. So we'll set that on the table there. But let's just check everything's in the goggles. That's fine. And what will be interesting to see, we'll actually just see how the GPS does and see when it kicks in. Because this is the very first boot, so we're still on 0 at the moment. I have got an ND16. It needs like a 64 this morning. It should help a little bit with the glare and hopefully it's not too overexposed. It's very quiet around here today. There we go, that's our 6. So this is going to be first flight, set it off recording, D-log M, stabilisation off. 3, 2, 1. So just give it a little, few little pumps first to see how it flies. But I can tell you what, already it feels lovely and smooth. Now what I do notice, it's very floaty, so it doesn't come down very easy. So we might need to have a look at those settings. So if I just pump it now, you see it's taking ages to drop. Which is good for some things, but not if you want to drop quickly. Yeah, it feels nice though. Yeah, it feels lovely. Oh yeah, it flies absolutely fantastic. Yeah, oh, I love this, feels absolutely brilliant. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Now, obviously, on this build as well, if you watched it, we're flying with the MEPS motors. I use 2207s on, obviously, all my 5-inch builds. However, this is the first time using this higher kV. This is 2050 kV. And these feel great, lots of power. No wobbles. No even prop wash as well. I'm just trying to induce a little bit of prop wash. A little bit of prop wash there, but that's obviously going to be expected. But generally, this feels great. Nice and smooth, no wobbles. In the goggles now, there's not a single bump. It looks stabilised. I'll show the footage. Just look at that. Yeah, lovely. So the only thing is it doesn't come down quite as quick as I'd like. It gives you loads of time in the air, which is good. Yeah, it feels great. The rates feel fantastic. Nice and quick. Or quick enough. I think were these 670 or 700, something like that. Very precise. Very smooth. Loving it. Ooh, just clip that there. And we've got 4 minutes flight time and we're at 350. Loads of hang time though, look at that. Going for a landing. So, as far as first flight goes, that felt absolutely fantastic. Let's just check the final stats. So, armed, 4 minutes 19, maximum speed 111 kilometers. I wasn't even pushing it, so maybe we'll give it a little push to see what we can get. Flew 3.6 kilometers, ended the battery on 21.37. Now, I notice it's still giving us the overall voltage. If you watched the last video, I did make a change and it was supposed to show me the average cell voltage, so we need to update that. But first pack, flies lovely, lots of hang time, and that's flying with the Superfly tune. Let's just turn that buzzer off. Yeah, and that's flying with the Superfly tune. Flown this on loads of my drones, and it flies super well. You just need to make sure that, like I showed in the last video, you go on the website, you dial the exact settings in for your drone, and then, yeah, you can get obviously a really good tune like this. I'll do one more pack here, and then we'll try and find somewhere a little bit more fun to fly, let's say. This is just kind of like a big open field. What I might do is just give a quick test of the GPS. We'll instigate return to home and see what happens. I wasn't even looking at the home arrow in that one, so I don't know if it was pointing the right way. But let's turn on, and this should pick up the satellites very quickly now, because it's not a cold start. Let's have a little look. Yeah, so 10 satellites straight away. With this GPS, because it's not got a magnometer, you need to fly straight for a little bit first, just so the home arrow knows where it's pointing, and then we'll give it a little test on return to home. I don't know if we'll let it land, probably won't let it land, but we'll let it see if it recovers, comes back. If it does that, we'll flip upside down, and then we'll try it again just to see if that correction to angle mode kicks in and comes back again. So let's give it an arm. Now on the top right hand side, you'll see the throttle percentage. So let's see what the hover point is as well, because we've not tested that. So let's have a look. Right, so the hover is 18, 17, 18, 17. I'm just checking the home arrow's pointing the right way first. Yeah. And then we'll get about 100 meters away, and then we'll hit return to home and see what happens. Okay, 100 meters. Right, so I'm not pressing anything else. Hit return to home. Let's see it come back. It's coming back nice and smooth. Now it is dropping altitude. It's coming back nice and smooth. I don't think I've got my altitude on the screen, but we can see it coming back. Now it's not coming exactly back to where I am, or is it? Oh, I can hear it above. And I'm going to take control again. You can see it's right above us. So that worked perfectly. What I'm going to do this time, I'm going to do it while we're upside down. I'm going to get some nice distance and see if it corrects us. So up in the air, upside down, return to home. There we go. Corrects itself, gives it a pump of 10 meters in the air, and it starts to come back. You can see where we are, just near the tree. And again, I'll disable that because that's working great. Take control of the drone again. Awesome. Just going to see if there's a gap in there. There must be a gap. Oops. let's take it near us and listen to it, see if it's alright. Yeah, it's still all good. Yeah, it feels lovely. I know I'm not saying much, I'm just really trying to concentrate when I'm flying. Now, as you see, it really does suck on the battery because obviously the high kV motors, but it's good. This fire is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, lovely. Really liking it. It's a little bit honestly, I've got the stick so low because it's got loads of power. Yeah, lovely. Really, really like this. Boom. Right, so as you can see, back in the office, time to give you a little bit of a summary. So you've just seen 2 quick flights, and I found that each battery, and this was using the full send 1400 mAh batteries, I was getting around 4 minutes, 4 minutes 30, something like that. That was pushing quite hard. Now I did stay out for about another hour, had a few more flights, but I did use the Boss LiPo 1605 battery, and I was getting about another minute, between 5 minutes and 5 minutes 30, again pushing hard. And I did have a little crash as well. I had a few little crashes. So I'll just show you one little crash now. I was just whizzing along, trying to get through a gap on a tree, and bang, hit that tree. And this is what I said in the field. Propellers, all perfect, just a little bit of mud on there. So it just shows that they're doing their job. And you can see this is taking a hit on here, but it's fine. Battery's perfect, all good. And I've not even damaged a prop. So really, really happy with how it turned out. I think everything's worked out well with the tune. It was a little bit floaty, so I will come back and address that in another video. I actually like it like that, but we can just adjust that tune a little bit just to bring it down a little bit further. The only other couple of little things I noticed, in the settings at the end, it was telling us how many milliamps were used. Now, we were using a 1400 mAh, so you'd expect to use around 1000, 1100 mAh, something like that. And I think it was showing around 650. So obviously it needs calibrating. If you're interested in seeing how you do that, let me know below and I'll do a follow-up video. APEX, who've got this little design out, they're bringing out a V2, which is a little bit different on top. It enables you to put a GoPro straight on rather than using an adapter. So what I might do is wait for that to come out, reprint that mount, we'll fly it again, we'll make a few of the little changes and things, and I can give you an update how it's flying. If you like the format of this series, I would really like to know, because I've got some other builds coming. I've got a 9-inch that's probably going to come next, and then I've got an 8-inch build as well. Now, I've already got a Moz 7, which I still haven't even done a review on. I bought that myself last year. I fly it all the time. So what I might do is a build series on the 8 and 9. I can do a little bit of review of the 7.5-inch, and then maybe a comparison video between those as well. So lots to come on the channel. Please do subscribe. It's a new channel. There's not many subscribers on here, but loads of you watching, and it's just going to help the channel grow. And obviously with that, we can work with more brands, get some more products in to test. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Peace.